Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. It is time for my least popular segment on the channel. It is time for Transformers, the quest for Dinobots. Now, this is the Transformers trading card game. I've been buying it on and off for a little while now. I'm not collecting it with any kind of seriousness, but every time I put an order in with my game store, I usually chuck in a couple of packs. And really, I'm just looking for Dinobots and Insecticons. I've got quite a few cards, enough to play the game a little bit. I haven't really delved into it. I'm not any kind of great tactician or strategist with it. But it's fun enough. It's a fun little game, and I'm lacking Decepticons in general at the moment. When I play games at the moment, it feels a little bit like I'm doing training exercises between two rival groups of Autobots. But yeah, I've picked up another 5 packs. So let's have a quick look and see what we've got. Now, if you don't know much about this game, please check out the other videos in my Transformers playlist. There is a video in which I go into some depth regarding what it's all about. And exciting times. First pack, first Dinobot. This is Swoop, the Pteranodon. Awesome. Very, very, very happy. Last time I did one of these videos, I think the first pack I opened was Hound, who is one of my all-time favourite characters, and I got very, very excited, and then it all went a little bit downhill from there. But here we have Dinobot Swoop, and hopefully this is an indication that things are on the up. Things are taking off, shall we say. I'm sorry, everybody. Dinobot Swoop. So one of the things about this game is that you get oversized character cards if you don't know. So this way this card is absolutely humongous. And you lay them out on the table, you get a set of them. And during the game, you can flip between your alternative mode and your vehicle mode. And your stats and things will change. And your abilities will change. Dinobot Swoop has no ability in his robot form. He has 5 attack, he has 10 health, no shield. In his alt mode, it's 3 attack, his shield goes up, and he has an ability here that says, when you flip to this mode, move 1 damage counter from this character to an enemy. So that's pretty cool. So you can attack in this mode, lure somebody into hitting you, and then flip and bump that damage back, which is cool. And it's a Dinobot, which is super cool. Yeah, let's hope we get some more. But anyway, so in each pack of cards, you get 1 character card. Ooh, what's the rarity on this dude? What is the rarity? I can never remember. It's common. It's just a common one. Anyway, so you also get a set of regular cards, and which you invariably have trouble opening on camera. I'm hoping my new directional mic means that the rustling of the plastic isn't too obnoxious. So it's my first time doing unpacking of cards with my new mic, so hopefully that's okay. And what have we got? We have got Zap. I think I've got Zap about 1 million times. What I am noticing is that certain common cards turn up with an unnerving regularity. What I am doing is I'm accumulating up to 6 of each card, because you can have 3 cards the same in any particular deck, and if I've got 6 of something, it just means I can make up 2 decks and play against them. So I can just give my daughter a deck that I've pre-made for her or whatever. So up to 6 cards, I'm cool. More than that, I'm gonna have to start sort of offloading them somehow, or chucking them in the fire or something. And we have Armoured Plating. This is another common card. Obviously, lovely artwork on these cards. I'm a big fan of the artwork. How many? I've got a bunch of Armoured Plating. I've got just off to the side of me, just off camera, I've got a list that I have highlighted the cards that I've got. So I just have I'm having a little look every now and again, just seeing seeing what we've got, what we haven't got. I've got handheld blasters. I've got a bunch of them. You will notice there are these symbols in the top. These are attack, defense, and like a boost that allows you to draw additional cards. Like I say, if you want to know more about what that's all about, then do check out my previous video. But yeah, so we had Zap, which was just a damage action, do 1 damage to an enemy. Armored Plating, which is actually an upgrade, gives you an additional health, additional shield, I should say. And we've got Handheld Blaster, which gives you the ability Bold to attach it. Because cards basically fall into actions and upgrades for these small cards. Actions are one-shots, you play them and they're gone. Upgrades, actually, you attach to a character and they remain in effect. And there are 3 types of upgrades. There's a weapon, an armor, and a utility, and you can have 1 of each. So this gives you the ability Bold, which allows you to flip 1 more battle card when attacking. So when you're flipping cards to attack, which is what you do, is how you attack in this game, it lets you draw 1 extra card from your deck, and which gives you more chance of getting attack symbols. Good stuff. We have the common card Force Field. This is awesome. I don't have this card yet. This is one of the few. I think there are 2 common cards I don't have, and Force Field is one of them. And it says, if the upgraded character would take 5 or more attack damage, instead scrap this card and the upgraded character takes 4 attack damage. Oh, right, okay. So it's kind of, it's more useful the more damage that you inflict. I mean, if you take just 5 damage, it's not great, because it's literally just taking off 1 of those damage that you would inflict and you lose the card. But if something was going to like hit you for 10 damage or something, that's cool, because it is 5 or more attack damage that it will negate or reduce. We have the rare card Fusion Cannon of Megatron. Awesome. This is another card that I do not have. It's an upgrade weapon. It says while this is on Megatron, he has Pierce 3, and Pierce is a special ability that says he will do at least 3 damage when attacking, but no more than the attack total. Pierce numbers add together. So that's cool. It also gives you a standard +1 attack anyway. And it's got a picture of Megatron. I do not have Megatron yet. Maybe I'll get him soon. And then we have Crushing Treads, an uncommon card. And again, this is another card that I don't have. So all round, this has been a pretty good pack. It's gifted me one of the common cards that I don't have, one of the uncommon cards I don't have, one of the rare cards I don't have, and a Dinobot. I can't complain at that, really. This only works on tanks. It says the upgraded character has Pierce equal to its armor value. So you will do at least the armor value as damage when attacking, but not more than the attack total. Wow, cool. That's a cool little card. And then we have another uncommon card. We have Multi-Tool, and I think I've got Multi-Tool already. When you put this on a specialist, you may play an upgrade. And just a note, Dinobot Swoop is a specialist. It says so just up there. Oh, by the way, look at the shiny on his eyes. Boom, 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 boom. I am such a big baby sometimes. So there we go, that is pack 1. Let's see if we can whiz through the other packs a little bit faster. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Excuse me while I hum some royalty-free made-up music. Skywarp. This is another new character to me. He is uncommon. He's a sneaky prankster. He's a card, isn't he? Attack 4, health 8, 2 shield. When this defends and you flip at least 1 white, you may choose one of your other characters. If you do, damage from this attack is done to that character instead. So that's quite good if you can set him up with a character who has the ability to bump damage back onto other enemy units, or has the ability to absorb certain amounts of damage. If you've got a character who's got that force shield that we just saw, you can bump the damage across. And that's quite good. And then his alternative mode, when you flip to this mode, each player reveals the top card of their deck. Okay, right, that just gives a little insight, a little sneak peek at what's coming up. And for the cards, we have Medic. Medic turns up all the time. Repair 2 damage from one of your characters. It's a useful card, but I've got 1 million of them now, I think. Or it feels like I do. Maybe I don't. Battle ready. Each of your character gets +1 until the end of the turn for each upgrade on it. Wow, potential to have like +3 attack until the end of the turn. That's very cool. Rapid conversion. Flip one of your characters to its other mode. That's useful because normally you can only do one a turn, so it gives you the ability to actually flip 2 characters in a single turn. Drill arms. Who doesn't want drill arms? When you put this on a character, scrap an enemy armor if you can't draw a card. So useful, 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 and it gives you a plus attack. And I still function. That is a rare card, and again, there's old Megatron. It says, this is a new one to me as well. Yeah, another new rare card for me. Return one of your knocked out characters that has 12 stars or fewer to the battlefield and repair 1 damage from it. At the end of turn, KO it. Oh, right. Okay, so basically you're bringing a unit back for one turn. Potentially enough to swing the battle in your favour. Very cool. Disruptive Entrance. This is an uncommon card, and I already have one of these. Look at your opponent's hand and scrap an action from it. That's pretty useful, as long as they've got an action card that could be potentially bad. You get to pick what it is, so that's always good. Swap Permissions. This is another uncommon card that I believe I have in abundance. Untap one of your tapped characters, then tap one of your untapped characters, so just a little switcheroo. Can be useful. But yeah, I'm definitely noticing that certain cards seem to crop up more than others. Regardless of the rarity, it almost feels like there's rarity within the rarity, if you see what I mean. So certain uncommon cards turn up a lot more often than other uncommon cards. I have only my own evidence to go on with that. I may be absolutely wrong. It's so exciting. I just knocked the camera. It's Sergeant Cup. There he is. This is a common character, another new one to me. The Veteran Sergeant. He has attack 5, health 8, 1 shield, no special ability on this side. On the flip side, again, no special ability. He's literally just a low value, low cost backup unit. You can kind of rely on him to sort of stick other abilities on, things like that. Just a relatively low cost all-round unit, really. Not particularly exciting. Slightly more exciting is Brainstorm. It's a common card, but it is the last common card on my list that I didn't have. So at this point, I now have at least one of every single common card from the game. You may play an action, then you may play another action. Awesome. Wow, if you've got a hand of actions, that could be deadly. New designs, you may play an upgrade. That's fine, because normally you can only play one upgrade in a turn. You can play one action, one upgrade, so if you can use your action to get an additional upgrade instead. Pretty good. Reinforced plating, gives you tough 2, flip 2 more battle cards when defending. Pretty standard, but generally useful. Especially if you've got weaker units that are specialist units that have good abilities that you want to keep around, but they're a little bit on the squishy side. Leap into battle. One of your characters gets +3 attack until the end of turn. That's pretty cool. I must have seen that before, but I don't remember seeing it before. Team Up Tactics. This is a rare card, and I believe I already have it. And in fact, looking at my list, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is actually the 3rd time I've picked up this card. Bear in mind, you get 1 rare card per pack, and I haven't bought that many packs all told. And yet this is the 3rd one of these that I have got. It is a good card though. Choose one of your characters. If it's a truck, repair 2 damage from it. If it's a car, draw 2 cards. And then we've got some uncommon stuff. We have Aerial Recon, which I also have in abundance. You can only put it on planes, and when the upgraded character attacks or defends, you can look at the top card of your deck and scrap it if you want to. Turbo Boosters. Again, this feels like one that I've already got. Put on cars only. When you put this on a character, untap that character. So, okay, not the greatest deck. I mean, I got another character, which is fine, but it is another Autobot. Really in need of some more bad guys. Okay, things are looking up a little bit because we have a new Decepticon. He's new to me. He's uncommon, and I don't have him in my set yet, so that's cool. That's exactly what I'm looking for. More bad guys for my Autobots to have a scuffle with. This is Demolisher, and he's the big bruiser. His attack is basically 0, but that is because when he's attacking, you flip extra battle cards equal to his shield value, so you're really going to be flipping a lot of cards. There's potential to generate quite a lot of attack value with this particular character. And his ult mode, he does get an attack value, and it says when you flip to this mode, draw a card for each of your other tanks. So that's pretty cool. I've got a couple of cards that stack onto tanks. That's cool. Just a big bruiser. And yeah, nice to have another Decepticon to add to my ranks. Here we have the common card Incoming Transmission. Draw 2 cards and put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Leap into battle. One of your characters gets +3 attack until the end of the turn, and we've seen this already in this particular video. Ready for action. Untap one of your characters that has 10 stars or fewer. Always nice to kind of get a character back into the fray. Repair Bay, repair 1 damage from each of your characters. This is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they put this in like the starter deck, the starter set that you could buy. And it's just a great card. It's just if you're getting a bit of a beating across the board, you can clear out quite a bit of that damage in one go. Matrix of Leadership, awesome. This is a new card to me. Put on Autobots only. While this is on a leader, each of your other characters has +1 attack and Pierce 1. Wow, that is very cool. Very, very good. If you're playing an Autobots deck with a leader in it, that just feels like a really good card that you want to have, because you're getting +1 to yourself and to everybody else, and everybody else is getting Pierce. Wow. Yeah, that's really good. Strafing Run. I feel like I've got this card already. But looking at my list, I do not. Strafing Run, do 1 damage to each enemy. It's the opposite of Repair Bay. That could annoy someone. Very good card. And then we have the uncommon card Body Armor, which is another new card to me. You can put it on melee characters only, and it gives them tough 3, which allows them to flip 3 more battle cards when defending, making them very, very hardy, very resilient. That is a good set of cards. That was a good pack. Happier with that pack than the previous one. Last pack. Still hoping for an Insepticon in this particular batch. Okay, so it is not an Insepticon, it is not a Decepticon, it is Inferno. Almost as good, it's another uncommon character that is new to me. He's the Fearless Firefighter. Attack 8, 11 wounds, 3 shield. Alt mode, 6, 11, 3. And when you flip to this mode, return all upgrades on a character to their owner's hand. So you can really, if someone's building up a lot of upgrades and you don't like that, you can really hose them with this guy. Very, very cool. But he's all kinds of stars. He's like a 12-star character, so he's taking up a good chunk of your points allowance in your team creation budget. Cool. That's nice. Still lacking in Decepticons. Where are all the bad guys gone? This is it, folks. We are finally to the last set of cards. We have new designs, which we've already seen. Flip and upgrade. Play and upgrade, sorry. Zap, do 1 damage. I think that's the first card we saw in this particular video. Scrapper Gauntlets, put this on a character. Scrap an enemy weapon. Medic, again. I love that picture. It's so funny. It's such a funny picture. It seems so odd. And then we have the rare card Rollout. This is a new card to me. Flip each of your characters from bot mode to alt mode. Awesome. That's really good. a lot of potential to use that, and triggering a lot of abilities all at once, which is cool, because a lot of those characters, if you've got characters when it says when you flip this card, do a thing, you just get to do all the things. That's a very good card. Very, very cool. Aerial Recon again. I think that's at least twice in this video that this has come up, and I already had it a couple of times. And then we have Debilitating Crystal, which is not a new one to me. It's one that I've seen a few times. And we have got when the upgraded character attacks, return one of the defending character's upgrades to its owner's hand. And that's everything I got from 5 packs. I have to say, I'm very happy not to have had any duplicate characters. The last time I did an unboxing of these cards, I think I had 2 duplicate characters, which was not great. But I've got some good stuff here. I've got a couple more of Decepticons. Where are they? They're there. And a couple more of my good guys, and I finally got a Dinobot. This has made it all worthwhile. But the quest for Transformers Dinobots continues, regardless of whether anybody actually wants to watch it. Thanks for watching, if you actually did. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.